Right, man. Many-Face, man. It was a tough weekend, man, for New York, man. But first, let me start by giving my condolences to the Iranian people who lost their president, I believe, in a helicopter crash. May God, forgive the brother for his sins and everybody that was on the helicopter. And, may Allah reward their family. And, guide them through this tough time. It's a tough time for those people. So, we don't want to, be disingenuous to people like that, that's something tragic, and hopefully, it wasn't nothing nefarious, man. Hopefully it was just a freak accident, because we don't need any more outrage in that region, but, when things like that happen, it could be highly suspicious, particularly of what's going on in that region right now. And the dislike that man has for the decisions he's made of standing up to Israel and things like that. So, let's hope everything ends peaceful. And, like I said, my condolences to those people over there and his family. Next, Diddy with the apology. I think that if you really want to make amends, it's just my opinion, which I'm talking to myself anyway, but it's just my opinion. To make amends for something like that, I believe, you got to show some action. Just saying, I did this and I went to therapy and it was a tough time for me. People don't really want to hear that, my brother. We want to see some action, man. Like, even if it's for the public, do something. Like, put your money where your mouth is, man. Fund some programs, organize some events for, women's rights or, violence against women, things like that, domestic violence, and show that you care, with your pockets and your presence. Listen to people's stories and speak out, and, I think people will take you a little bit more seriously and believe you're more sincere. I don't know what's in your heart or whatever. I'm not a mind reader, but we don't need it. The people don't need an apology. Cassie needs a personal apology, and anybody else that you may have hurt needs an apology behind those monstrous acts that we saw on that video. And we didn't even deny it, so we know it's you, and you admitted to it, which was step one. But, people, need to see a little bit more out of you, man. Like I said, don't apologize to us. Apologize to the people that you hurt and make amends. But being that everything's public, you already know if you want to keep your image, you're going to have to show people that you're out here willing to put the work in to do that. So I think it's best if you, stand behind women's rights, fund some women's programs, show up at some events, hear some stories, even publicly and privately, because people need to see that. And I think you can repair your image. But I'm not here to kick people while they're down. Hopefully the brother, turn himself around, man. But see, when you put money and power in people's hands, this is often what happens. Like, people's true colors come out, or sometimes people do things that they wouldn't normally do if they didn't have what they had. When you got a lot of money, it brings power, particularly when you know what I'm saying, you own things and shit like that. And I feel like, you know, we empower even our government. You know, they're supposed to work for us, but yet they don't seem to care about our interests. You know, they only care about their agendas, and they use the American public as a mask while they're, you know, sitting back doing the things that they want to do. Meanwhile, we give away our power to these politicians, and you know, these people don't have no power without us, without the civilian. You know, even these reporters and stuff, and they get on here and act like they know it all, and we ain't supposed to know shit, and we the dummies. We are the consumers. We are the voters. You know, so we the ones that are empowering these people and enriching these people. If we stop doing that, they have no power and they have no riches. And they don't want that. They don't want people, you know, out here, you know, not buying their products, you know, not viewing them, or not voting for them. You know, they need the public support, but at the same time, they don't reciprocate anything back. They get more benefits than average citizens, particularly politicians. They get better protection, better health care, immediate health care, better security. Meanwhile, we vote them in, and we have no security, abusive police forces, which is never really designed for the majority of America anyway. It's really designed to protect, you know, people's riches. If you look at the origins. But anyways, you know, we don't seem to benefit from voting these people in at all. And, you know, we need to, you know, figure out some things as a society, like, you know, moving forward. Something that feels good. Moving forward, you know, what's going to be done in this country, man, because the way it's headed, it's all about agenda and propaganda. It's not about people. So what they use is they use hot topics to try to, you know, gaslight people, and this is how they, you know, get themselves in position to be voted in, by using and playing the people against the things that's going on in society, you know, that are being publicized, and they feed off of that, and then they get votes, and then they get the power, and then they suddenly forget about you and start doing the things that they want to do, the things that the people that put money in their pockets want them to do. You know, all this hidden things and all these things that are hidden from us, and these agendas and all of this stuff. You know, we're voting you in, and you're making decisions that we don't agree with. And they'll say, oh, it's for the better of the people and stuff, but we vote you in. We should know what the hell's going on. We should be a part of, you know, your legislations. What they do is they're slick. They post these legislations and things like that, but they don't really publicize it because, you know, these are things that they know people are not going to read. So what they'll do is they'll put it out there, and only the people that are in tune are the ones that benefit from it. So if the average citizen ain't in tune, you're not going to benefit from it. You're not going to be able to see it, to vote against it or nothing. The next thing you know, the laws is in. So it is what it is, man. We got to do a better job of staying in tune. But anyways, I want to get to the weekend, man, of sports. I don't want to stay too much on, you know, politics and all this other stuff, man, and what's going on. I just felt the need to, you know, just address those issues real quick. But we had Tyson Fury. He lost to it's my man named Usyk. Tried to explain to my fam, you know, he kind of slept on Usyk. I'm like, nah, Usyk is a slick fighter. Not sure who's gonna win this fight, but it ain't gonna be no easy cakewalk for no Fury. And you know, Usyk, he definitely paused. He dug deep in the fight, and had a big ninth round that turned the fight around for him. And this is why you get in there. This is why they play the game. This is why you get in the ring. anything could happen. He was, looked like he was on his way to losing the fight. I didn't watch the fight, but from the looks of the scorecards, it looked like he was on his way to losing an easy 12-round decision, and he started to come back. He hurt Fury. Tried to explain to my fan, Fury, he has troubles with those lighter dudes that are southpaws, and he's been dropped by a lighter dude before, and it happened again. And I think in the rematch, Fury's gonna have to probably bulk up a little bit more and lean on him a little more and try to wear him down. But like I said, Usyk is a slick southpaw, and he dug deep in that fight, man. To pull that out, he definitely deserved that, man. Congrats to him for winning that fight. And the Knicks, let's just get this straight, man. The Knicks lost that game because they were depleted. So I'm watching, ESPN, and all they talking about is Indiana and how they won the game. They won the game because the Knicks didn't have no bodies out there. Divinchenko scored 39 points. That's not his. He's not a scorer like that. Even though he's shown the ability, he is an NBA player, but he's not gonna carry a team, man. Once Jalen Brunson got hurt, that really was it. They was losing bad anyway before he got hurt. I ended up turning the game off. But the way they looked, they were just depleted, man. And Anobi only gave you 5 minutes. That was like a Willis Reed moment for him to come out there and try to give him some inspiration. They knew he couldn't go. You pull a hamstring, that shit takes weeks for you to heal. Those ain't an injury you just gonna come back from. That should take weeks. So we knew he wasn't coming back to really play a full game. You crazy? They just beat a depleted Knicks, and I feel like if the Knicks had their roster, they would have gotten to the Eastern Conference Finals. And it still took them 7 games. They're the best team in the league, and they just have a deep team, man. And they could match up with Boston well. I just don't think they have an answer for Jaylen Brown and Tatum. Those are tough matchups, man. But the Pacers do have a deeper team as far as that starting 5. I would give the edge to Boston if Porzingis comes back, and then they have depth with Horford, and Porzingis, in the front court. But I think Boston wins this series of 6, maybe 5 or 6 games. I think they'll figure it out. They just can't get into an up and down pace with this team because remember we heard first. You always hear first. Even though I'm talking to myself, a lot of shit I be saying be manifesting later on. That's why I said let me just do a YouTube, because it be a lot of shit I be saying and then the shit just be happening later on. Like even with my workouts, it'd be a lot of stuff I'll stop doing and start doing and adjusting and all that. The next thing you know, I'll see it on somebody's video, like Dr. Mike or Johnny Shreve or, somebody else, an athlete next to somebody, and they'll be, explaining why you don't do this exercise, and it'll be an exercise I stopped doing. So I'm not saying I know it all, but I definitely know something. But anyways, if they get in an up and down pace, they may not have, that may be Indiana's only chance, is pace. If they call the Pacers, but pace, that may be their only chance, man, because if they can get an up and down tempo, they're a high scoring team, Boston can tire out, because they don't have, even though they got bodies out there, they got depth. Their depth is not the same depth as Indiana. Indiana has more production off the bench. I don't think Boston has a deep enough bench to bring out production than Indiana. Now, starting 5-wise, yeah, they have a better starting 5. But, if it gets deep into the bench, they have to dig into the bench, and that's where the Knicks got depleted. They just didn't have the bodies, man. It's not that Indiana was really better. They just didn't have the bodies, man. And then, once Brunson got hurt, all these guys were hurt. Mitchell Robinson, Randall. So you're playing without your whole starting 5. So you got to give credit to Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, man. And the Denver Nuggets, man. Tough loss, man. Very tough loss, man. They was up 20. I was watching in and out of the game. I wanted to get something to eat. I come back. I look at the score. They tied at 72. I'm like, oh, shit. Minnesota going to win this game. And once they stole that ball from Jamal Murray and then homie hit that three in the corner, I knew it was Curry's for them. It was 3 minutes left. I think it went just a little bit under 3 minutes, or then he hit a three to put them up 7. I'm like, well, they're going to win. There's no way they're not going to come back. They got too much momentum, Minnesota. They out-hustled Denver. They was killing them on the boards, man. Killing them on the boards. They like they were just beating them. You know, I'm going to tell you, a balanced team. I said this before. Balance wins, man. And Denver didn't have balance out there, man. They didn't have nobody else stepped up. Like the starting five has balance, and that's why they beat the Lakers. But nobody else stepped up in the series. They got shut down, man. They went up against a young, athletic team that out-hustled them and out-willed them in that game. And they were beating them to the floor. Pause for loose balls. Pause. And they were killing them on the boards. They was out-hustling them, out-rebounding them. Like, you can see it, man. They were hungry, man. Like, the Dallas series is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting series, man, because Dallas got some bodies out there, too. I think that series could go 7 games. But I think the two-headed monster with, I think Luka, he has to be a little bit more healthier because, you know, these dudes is coming to play. They play defense, and they coming, man. Pause. You know, Minnesota got a young athletic team, and I can see them getting to the finals, man, playing Boston. And I think Boston, they need Porzingis for that series, for sure. Because you got Karl Anthony Towns and this guy Gobert, you definitely gonna need Porzingis, and that's what was wearing Denver down too. They kept throwing bodies on this dude, man. It was the same thing, kind of like what the Lakers did, but the Lakers had a 3-headed monster. I said that before too. JaVale McGee and all them dudes. I seen somebody make a video and they mentioned that how the Lakers beat them, and I said that in a video a while ago. You know, I even posted it on Twitter and stuff like that. You know, the Lakers was able to throw bodies at these dudes, man. And that's how they won the game. Because they were able to throw multiple bodies on Jokic, man. And they was able to wear him down. So I feel like with the Celtics, Karl Anthony Towns would probably be the difference in that series if Porzingis doesn't play. And they're going to need Porzingis to win, man. You know. Anyways, we'll see, man. My Yankees are hot right now. Pitching is lights out. They're hitting. Let's see how long this lasts, man. But anyways, that being said, man, many face, man. I'll holler at you brothers. You know, you enjoy this beautiful day out here, man. Peace.